Tail of the tape for the opening fight on our main card, brought to you by Arkham. Magomed Magomedov, Leandro Higo. Magomedov 34. Higo, the Brazilian, is 37. Higo is an inch taller. We have to note this is a catchweight, and it was Magomed Magomedov that missed and made this a catchweight. Both men with a 69-inch reach. Higo's in the green trunks.
Ready to fight?
Magomedov's in the red.
Let's do it.
Dan, a really interesting dynamic here in this fight. Both of these men incredibly successful in their careers. Both of them coming off of big-time upset losses.
Yes.
Magomed Magomedov was winning against Sergio Pettis, ran onto a spinning attack, ended up knocked out because of it. For Leandro Higo, he came into last year's bantamweight tournament as a heavy favorite. He runs into a complete unknown in Marcelo Alves, who went on to win the tournament. But to start that journey, Alves beat Leandro Higo.
Two spinning attacks from Magomedov. That second one, the spinning back kick, was really nice.
Dug it right into the stomach.
Yeah, both of these guys, elite level fighters, elite in this bantamweight division. What I will say is Higo looks incredibly lean. I mean, he normally is in incredible shape, but compared to how he normally looks, I think he looks a lot more lean and muscular than he has done before.
Yeah, he's shredded right now. And again, Magomed Magomedov missed weight. Does that denote any kind of complication, an injury in camp? The spinning back fist was blocked.
Fingers, guys, fingers!
Strategy also becomes a question in a fight like this. Both men respect the other's abilities. Big time submission. Oh, look at that, a big lift from Higo. Magomedov threatened to choke and made, I think, Higo rethink the slam.
With measurement by both of these guys, they're just getting their head out of the way of these searching punches from each other. I like this kicking attempt, these kicking attacks by Magomedov, but great reads by Higo to get out of the way of them. Pinning that wrist to his midsection. A front kick to the inside of the ankle there.
Beautiful positioning here for Leandro Higo. So many fighters are kind of afraid to engage the Dagestanis in these types of exchanges because they're dominant. And this is a system that they have worked out, training together for so long. Magomed Magomedov is certainly no slouch in the wrestling and grappling department, but he does love to strike. Wushu Sanda background.
Good elbow on the break there from Higo a moment ago. I like the fact that Higo doesn't mind grappling with these guys as well, because it brings another dimension to the defense of Magomedov. Most of these guys, as you say, that they're not really used to being wrestled aside from when they're in their own gym. Whereas Higo's got such good body lock control, good balance as well.
Double unders here for Higo. Strong head position, good body lock. And you can see him off balancing.
Yeah, tried to shuck him forward with that clock turn a moment ago, but you're gonna have to chain things together to take Magomedov down, I would imagine. Higo really pressuring in.
Under a minute in round number one, Leandro Higo pressing Magomed Magomedov to the cage. Reverse position here, Magomedov now. Try to knee to the ribs.
Yeah, there's an outside reap here for Magomedov if he wants to use his left leg. He can hook that leg of Higo, the one that he's using to knee. There he goes. He could circle him off the cage with that. Of course, Higo's gonna have good balance and he knows how to defend it, but Another good knee to the body there, this time with the other leg. Strong by Magomedov.
Good balance by Higo to get the toe right back down. Right hand going to work for Magomedov, giving Leandro Higo something to think about. We'll finish the round with a spinning back fist from Higo.
Good round, fellas. Good round.
Welcome back to the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Leandro Higo in the green.
Round 2, ready. Fight.
Magomed Magomedov in the red. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy on the call tonight here for the PFL. Dan, what'd you see in the corners?
Well, the one thing that drew my attention was the fact that Magomedov's camp were really working on his right leg. Oh, and they're wrapped. Guillotine again. That is tight.
Guillotine.
Oh my goodness, that is tight.
Magomedov made a level change into his own demise here with the big squeeze from Leandro Higo.
And he is hanging on. I think he's going to lose grip. I think he's going to fall off.
He's trying to readjust here.
Look at the grip of this. My goodness, how is Magomed fighting this?
The head is about to crown out, and it does. And you can see Magomedov coming back into full consciousness there.
It looked Higo in the eye for a second, was wide-eyed. They're having a conversation here. It's funny because these guys, there's a lot of sportsmanship between them, a lot of chat. There wasn't a stage at the weigh-ins. I just don't think they like each other very much, though. It's very tense every time they communicate with each other, and they were almost forehead to forehead at the end of that round.
I mean, they both have designs on a future title shot, and standing in one another's way here tonight, not exactly a breeding ground for good feelings. Hammer fist coming down from the top for Magomed Magomedov.
Solid elbow there from Magomedov from top position. Higo very active with his guard, though. He keeps trying to climb up. And something we don't normally see is someone step up with one of their feet in the guard.
Interesting. Higo decides to cling to Magomedov as he tries to posture up, instead of using that space to attempt to stand up. Leandro Higo does have 13 pro submission victories. He's not unfamiliar with working off his back. There's maybe a triangle setup coming here.
Yeah, it is a very tricky guard as well. He's either controlling, striking, or threatening.
And look at the wrist control he's got on Magomed Magomedov. He gets the right hand out and hammers it right down.
Yeah, that was a really nice straight shot, like a jackhammer, straight down through the guard.
Knee shield here for Leandro Higo. Magomed bullies past it.
Beat up on the hips, Leandro.
2,5, Leandro. Falta 2,5.
230, Leandro.
Ele tá vencendo esse round, Leandro.
He's winning that round, Leandro. Let's get up.
Leandro Higo uses the armbar attempt to then sweep out of the bottom position. Back to his feet, and he presses Magomed Magomedov against the cage barrier.
Clever work, and he has a body lock. He doesn't have double underhooks, but that's only because the right arm of Magomed's kind of lingering. It's C-cupped on the bicep at the moment. He's trying to create some space with it. I think he could dig it back inside if he wanted to, but that would also bring him chest to chest with Higo. I think we're going to see an elbow off this break in a moment. Nice knees. What's that left arm of Magomed? I feel like he's setting something up. Oh, a level change. Very nice. Good underhook, though, by Higo.
Pushes Magomed back to the cage again. Nice lift from Higo. Not enough to off-balance the Russian. Heavyweight action up next. Former PFL champion Renan Problema Ferreira against Sergey Belisteny. Betting odds all week have been a virtual pick'em for that fight.
It's like he's going for a guillotine of his own, or is he just using it to defend the takedown? He's got a good wrap on the neck. You got to think Higo would get his head out of there if it was in danger, though.
Final few seconds of round 2. They finish up against the cage. And a little extracurricular conversation as they were headed back to the stool, and then as soon as they got off the stool in preparation for round 3.
Yeah,
ready.
Higo pushed his way past his corner team and walked into the center of the cage and just pointed at the canvas.
You saw the big wheel kick miss for Leandro Higo.
Yeah, a bit of a miscalculation that was, I think. That was a nice overhand left. Tries the level change, gets his head in position, but Magomedov's got the underhook. Higo again going for a takedown. Magomedov lowers his level, pulls out, tries to land the knee. Higo was just a little too high for it, and he smacks some punches into the cauliflower ear of Magomedov.
All the way around the far side, some palm strikes.
You can just tell these guys don't like each other, can't you? There's real venom on these strikes. There's a meanness to them, you could see. Good underhook there by Higo, but that body lock's collapsing it down. That was a good knee to the midsection. I'm surprised how much time Higo is spending in the clinch here looking for this takedown.
He had a ton of success every time he threw the calf kick. Now his neck's under threat here from Magomed Magomedov.
Yeah, Higo didn't seem too bothered, though. He stayed on the takedown.
ShopTakedownShop.com, official apparel sponsor of the PFL. Scan the QR code on your screen right now.
And now Magomedov in on a takedown. Far more likely he's going to get it, though, but Higo stays controlled of the wrist. Good work, very clever. I'd like to see someone break and strike a little bit, even if they want to go back into the clinch. There are good opportunities to break an elbow here, particularly for Magomedov. He's been in that position a few times and has not chosen to.
This do-si-do against the cage is a grueling. It's hard for judges to assess, and with this approach for both guys, you got to wonder, what do they think the scorecards look like going into round 3? Oh, nice knee from Magomed. He ducks under and gets around to the back of Leandro Higo, who's going to have to remedy this position quickly.
Less than half a round to go, and I don't think either of these guys... Oh!
A big slam and a spike right down onto his face.
That's a nice triangle attempt. Magomedov's trying to pull out of it. Potential Kimura, potential omoplata there, but he dragged his arm out of that as well. And now Higo's got to be really busy. Under 2 minutes to work in the last round.
And so far, the biggest moments of this third round have definitively belonged to Magomed Magomedov. A knee and a slam. Leandro Higo.
Oh, look at this.
Nice. Can he turn himself all the way over, climbing his feet up the cage?
Just a shame the cage is there, otherwise he would have been able to sweep into top position.
This could be a crank submission if he's able to get enough leverage, but he's not.
Good work by Magomedov to run across the cage. Got to get those feet off his hips. I can't imagine if this fight goes the distance and we get a judge's decision that either of these guys are going to be happy with the result. with the needle between them. I've felt all the way through fight week like they're going to both be trying for a finish. And maybe that's why Higo jumped on that guillotine like he is again now. A couple of times he's tried for the guillotine, like a Hail Mary. Throws himself at it. Great posture by Magomedov, though. Circles to his back. Don't be surprised if we get another lift here.
Magomedov looking for the big screen and the clock that's on it.
30
Approaching
seconds.
30 seconds left, and there's a knee.
Again. Oh, nice work. Tries to take top position.
Thought about stepping over into a mounted guillotine. The armbar, excuse me, the underhook stop sign from Leandro Higo will now attempt a heel hook. Final 10 seconds, a battle over the legs, and a hammer fist or two here from Magomed Magomedov. Leandro Higo trying to switch it to an inside heel hook. The judges will decide this one when we return to Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we turn to the judges' scorecards. Judge Minner scored the fight 30-27 for Magomedov. Judge Colon scored the fight 29-28 for Higo. And Judge Manis scored the fight 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Magomed Magomedov!
Pro win number 22 for Magomed Magomedov. Tiger gets the decision. One judge saw it in favor of Leandro Higo.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.